Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and this video is all about Marvel speculation and news that has come up recently, and I'm going to break some of this really important stuff down for you and tell you how it can affect the Veve app and things you could be doing in the app to get way ahead of this stuff, because there's always opportunities, right? So anyway, if you do like this video after you watch it, make sure you hit like, make sure you comment down below and let me know what you think about these rumors and this news. It's really fantastic, and you know that the Veve app is the #1 place for Marvel NFTs, and all of this stuff is going to be filtering through our app, so there's great opportunities, right? And if you want to subscribe to my channel, this is what we do over here. We always check out all the Marvel stuff and how it affects Veve and everything like that. And you can join my channel as a member as well. You'll get a drop head NFT, and we just released the second collection, which is great. You can also follow me on Twitter. That's where we can continue this conversation as well. The link is in the description of all my videos. So let's get into this. Okay, we got some big news. Like I said, Marvel, they're always releasing stuff. They're always putting out stuff. It's up to us to see what's going on, to read the articles, to do our research, specifically if you're into comic book collecting. This is a great way to get ahead of the game. You can always make gains, not financial advice, but you can always make gains, specifically in collecting, right? So let's get into the first one right here. This is a big one. And by the way, you're going to want to stick around for my last one because it is really awesome, right? So anyway, the Silver Surfer is coming to Disney Plus. Now, this is confirmed that it's going to happen. He is going to have a special show, kind of like a special, kind of show, like how they just did the Werewolf by Night, and like how they're going to do, the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. It's going to be a show like that. Okay, this has now been confirmed right here. He will star in his own Marvel Studios special presentation, is what they call it. So he is going to be coming. Now, there is no date on this yet, but it is going to be coming, in the next year or so. So, what you want to do is you want to get way ahead of the game. And in Veve, there's only one to go after, and you know which one that is. It is his actual first appearance NFT. This is a single solo set, and right now it's being slept on because, it's beautiful, right? People do love it. It has sold out from the store for sure, so it's in the market. You can pick one up right now for about 50 gems or so. There's about 120, 115 listed, which is a great time if you want to put a couple away. This could be a potential one for stacking now and selling later, because as soon as they come out with an actual announcement with a date and all of that, that's really going to make this one get more important. And when the show comes out and when he actually comes to the MCU in a year or two, that's not when you're going to want to be buying this stuff. You're going to want to get ahead of the game. So like I said, it's going to be a special presentation show on Disney Plus, and this is going to be amazing, right? Anyway, let's get on to the next one right here. Here's some more news for you. Now, Iron Man will return into the multiverse. He will return into the MCU at some point. There's all sorts of rumors going around about Iron Man and Tony Stark's Iron Man in particular. And actually, there's a few different ways that he could actually show up right in the universe, right? Leading up to the Secret Wars and Kang, okay, this is sort of what's going on. Iron Man will make an appearance, whether it's a variant version of him, a multiversal version of him, or something in time, where they go back in time or whatever, or even flashbacks. He will appear again. But he is one of the #1 characters, obviously, in all of the MCU, so he will return, and there's no doubt about it. Everybody knows it, and if you're following the MCU, that it's just the way it is, right? So the Armor Wars movie, this is the one that I want to tell you about. The Armor Wars movie that is actually coming out early next year is heavily focused on his legacy, right? Of course, with his daughter and all that kind of stuff. So we could get flashbacks there just of Tony Stark, but I really think he will make an appearance as we get into Kang and the multiverse and all of these movies coming up. The Avengers movies that are coming in a year or two, right? So what can you do in the Veve app? Of course, well, we have the Iron Man NFT, the golden moment, his first appearance, the only Iron Man that we've got. And of course, we got him sitting right now at about 170 gems, which is absolutely crazy. Now, there's only about 91 listed out of 12,000 available, so people are holding on to him. But this could be a really great time to actually find the floor, okay, and lock one away. Just put one away for the future. You never know, because he did have quite the all-time high. He was over 3,000 and stuff like that before in the app. So Iron Man will have his day again. And if it wasn't a golden moment, you know, he had his full armor and stuff, and he had his own separate thing, I think he'd get even more attention. But he is the number one. So think about that, everybody. Think about that. Now, here's another rumor coming out. Moon Knight 2, the season, is going to be announced at some point. Okay, so Oscar Isaacs, the actor, has been in talks with them about what they're going to do. He's very protective of his character and very protective of his acting and how they release this character. But number 2, the series is going to come out. It was very successful. And in Veve itself, the collectibles are very, very cheap. And as they add more importance to him, and one reason I think in particular, we're going to see more of the actual Moon Knight. The first season was just, you know, the development of the whole character, but the second season will show him actually in action and getting more into the MCU and kind of interacting with others, right? Specifically as they, you know, build the supernatural stuff going on right now. So Oscar Isaacs has had specific conversations about the return of the character. So it will happen, and there will be an announcement. Some people are thinking it's going to come up, you know, very soon here, but we'll see what happens, right? Because this could take a little while. But in the meantime, you have the Moon Knight FAs in the app. You have all 4 of them. And here's the specific Moon Knight one. Now check this one out. The common is going for about 8 gems, but there's only like 80 listed. So the people who have him are holding on to him. You could actually get the ultra rare for about 43 gems. So it's super cheap. And then of course there's Mr. Knight, the other version of him, which is even cheaper. So, you know, this could be a potential one to stack now, sell later. You want to get ahead of this stuff. You know, if you got the gems, you have time, but these are kind of things I'm thinking about, right? So anyway, let's get on to the next one. Now, this one is a big one, and it directly influences the Ghost Rider for sure. So Mephisto, he's actually probably going to be played by Sacha Baron Cohen, you know, the guy who played Borat. Now, he has been signed, and people think that he's actually going to be Mephisto, and the reason that that's important is because that directly relates to the Ghost Rider and his appearance coming out. If you don't know the characters, just Google them up. You can find out how they're connected. They're very connected. Mephisto was always rumored to be in the Agatha show, the WandaVision show with Agatha. She has her own show coming up too. So, we'll see if he shows up there, but he is a very key character. And of course, Sacha Baron Cohen has been playing him, right? So what does this mean for our, for our collectibles? We got the 2 Ghost Rider first appearances right here. Now, I've been stacking that one like a madman. I'm up to 70 editions already. I've been stacking them for about 2.5 gems, and they're still sitting around that. Of course, there's the original Ghost Rider one right there, sitting at about 10 or so gems right now. This one has actually been dwindling down. There's only about 248 available of the common of that. There's only 112 of the actual Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider. But, these are kind of the plays that you do when you think ahead. So anyway, just consider that. You could stack now, sell later, right? Now, here is another big one for you. Loki Season 2 is actually done filming. It's all wrapped. It's coming out mid-2023. It's going to have Kang. It's going to have Loki. I mean, this show is going to be absolutely crazy. We'll see where it goes. If you watch the first season, you'll know that this is just leading up to huge stuff. Specifically, with Quantumania coming up with the Ant-Man 3 movie, it all ties into this guy, Kang. But you can get ahead of it now, too. The Kang comic actually in the app is actually really, really powerful already. It's sitting at about 100 gems or so, just under for the common. So that one is one that's already powerful, and people have locked it away. But Loki right here, look what's happening with Loki, his first appearance. It's only 16 gems still, but check it out. There's only 58 left on the market. People have been putting him away, so you might want to grab a couple if you can. And of course, his comic book right here, the first appearance, is going for about 9 to 10 gems right there. There's 107 listed. There's a lot to go around, to 40,000 of those, but those are ones that you could stack now, sell later, because now it's filmed, it's all wrapped, the show is wrapped. So they're going to be putting out trailers and merch and all sorts of stuff is starting to come our way very soon, right? So think about that. Anyway, next one up, and this is the final one, and this is the Marvel Zombies. This show is coming to Disney Plus, and it's going to be the first ever R-rated show in Disney Plus history for Marvel, and it's going to be nuts. Now, Deadpool and all that is already R-rated, but that's not in the MCU. Deadpool 3 is coming, but this is going to be really amazing, right? It's only going to be 4 episodes. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be gory. I don't think there's going to be a ton of swearing necessarily, but you never know, right? So this is coming, and this is going to be great. People love zombies. So what can you do in the Veve app to get ahead of time? Well, you got a couple options. You actually have Marvel Zombies' first appearance in the comic. Look at the secret rare over there. It's sitting at 135. and there's only 13 listed, all right? So that's cheap. You can get the common as well for about 3 or 4 gems, so you might want to jump on some of those. You can get Zombie Cap. He's actually still quite cheap in the app right now. He's going for, let's see right here, if I can zoom in, he's going for about 10 gems. There's 66 of them listed, so there you go. There's that. And then you have other options too, like Zombie Deadpool. There's only, he's only 12 gems, and you can actually get Zombie Hunter Spider-Man for the ultra rare for about 148. So there's lots of Marvel zombies that you could get in the app to prepare ahead of time. And hopefully they release more specifically this Halloween, right? So anyway, let me know what you think about all of these rumors and stuff and what you're going to be doing in the app. Sometimes you just want to get ahead of the game, and these are the things you got to look for. Do your research. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Happy collecting.